take another story now. Many Nigerians have reacted to the collapse of the digital investment platform, CBEX, which allegedly resulted in investors losing over 1.3 trillion naira. Well, according to reports, the platform became inaccessible after users experienced withdrawal failures and sudden account balance depletion. The incident has sparked widespread reactions on social media, with users expressing frustration and concern. Well, let's take some reactions. This is from the real Aduke. They wrote, "I lost $1,000. That was my bridal savings. I don't even know how to tell my fiancé. I feel numb." Another person, Chineye Nduka, wrote on Facebook, "My brother invested his school fees, and now he can't even face my parents. God, this country keeps dealing with us." Well, David Ayo wrote, "I warned my church WhatsApp group, but they mocked me. Now, the same people are tagging me to help them recover their money. How? How, Bao?" I mean, I was very sad. Really, really sad reading some of these comments.
Sad.
But you know, here is Nike, who invested her life savings in CBEX with hopes that she will quit her job and open her dream business after CBEX makes her a multi-billionaire overnight. Well, she posted this video on TikTok with the caption on the video saying, "Me thinking that I'm going to resign from my 8 to 6 work soon and start up my business. And CBEX puts me back to square one. My God, where do I start from? Will I ever make it in this life like this?" I mean, it wasn't just this lady, that we saw. We also saw some videos, although unverified, of people trying or attempting to commit suicide. It was quite horrific seeing those videos and comments online. This is not the first time we're seeing this sort of Ponzi scheme, but I'd also like to show this video before we discuss. Here's a video showing a group of angry investors who stormed the CBEX office located in the Okeado area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on Monday in protest, looting furniture and other items after the digital trading platform reportedly crashed.
This is their office. You want to see back? What's it for? Can you ask the team, Abby? CBEX is all good.
All my friends' money, all the money, everything for Libya. I come back. My labor told me if the program on grant now, if you do it, it will help me. Then I should go and find the money. Small money I bring for Libya. I join now. I should do it. I don't want to do it. Yeah, the money is there. The labor, he collect the money. I see the money. The labor, he collect. He said I should join it. If you join it, if you do the money, it will times 2.
This was so sad. So sad. This woman is from Liberia. With this hit home. And we have a camera guy here saying his money was sorry.
Because I know people.
In this office.
They say there are several people here.
But Rufai, you say you've never heard of CBEX
I've
before.
never heard of it in my life.
What is this now?
In fact,
I know that, let me just say that I know that the Central Bank of Nigeria had previously warned against investing in the Ponzi schemes like CBEX that promise unrealistic returns. Despite these warnings, many individuals invested in the platform. Yeah. And also, we need to talk about the Security Exchange Group. What are they doing to protect Nigerian investors in this sort of, horrific scheme? Rufai.
Incombe, sorry. I commiserate with all the CBEXians that their money is stuck there.
Right.
But I remember I was still on radio when MMM happened. And I remember my instructive words. And see, we would like to also beg the religious community, especially churches. I know you want to empower your brother in Christ. Do not bring them into things like this that you're not sure of. Because you see, like I said, the name Ponzi scheme starts from Charles Ponzi. What they do is that they will actually make you feel that you are looking good. They might have 1 or 2 payments for you until they have you locked in, they get a certain amount, and they move out. Till tomorrow, they've not been able to get those behind MMM.
It's not just MMM, there's a bunch of them.
There's
also Ultimate Cycler in 2016, Get Help Worldwide, 2016, Crowd Raising. I mean, this is not even... We can even go
back to the days of Wonder Banks.
All the way to 2016.
So, but the truth is, please, we would like to beg those that are involved. Be careful. We would like to beg SEC. Also, try as much as possible to research these things going on, put warning alerts and clap that. But even if you put warning alert, people will still do it. Because when people are hooked on to the greed, then definitely they want to make a quick buck. Things like this always thrives where the economy is bad. We should also move one step further to try as much as possible to break into the ranks of these people. Who are they? The offices now that you are breaking into, nothing is there. I don't support vandalism, I must have to say that. Okay. The offices they are going to there, there's nobody there. So who are they? What's the credible source you can use to hold them?
This is it.
So these are the questions we should be able to ask. But people should also beware.
Yes.
I just hope that salaries are not involved.
You mean some companies that are owing people salary?
Yeah.
How are they going to do this now?
So,
this is serious. I mean, look at this woman from Liberia.
That's a very painful thing.
Yes, really.
But we need to be careful.
Absolutely.
We need to be careful.
I know that the Punch newspaper, if you can pull that up today, I believe that they said that the Interpol is joining the EFCC in this 1.3 trillion naira CBEX probe, and that the EFCC is ready to crack down on other Ponzi scheme. There it is. That's the paper up there. And I know that the Securities Exchange Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to safeguarding investors' funds amid this growing Ponzi scheme saga. I don't know if that is enough. It's not the promise and the assurances.
It's not enough.
You know,
there's several things happening here. But the first thing I'd like to point out is that as far back as early 2024, Nigeria's SEC had actually issued a warning to say that there was a Hong Kong watchdog called the Securities and Futures Commission, had actually issued a warning to say, we've heard about CBEX who claim that they trade in Japan and Canada. We'd just like to let you know that it's false, it's not true. Did that information trickle down? Did SEC follow through by engaging the necessary authorities to find where the headquarters of this CBEX was here in Nigeria, who was operating it, and shut them down? Obviously, they did not. So there's a lapse in the system there. What's the point of us having mechanisms of being able to report some of these quack businesses if there's no follow-through afterwards? That's number one. That's on the side of the institution and the systems that are supposed to safeguard this. On the other side of it is just, OG, for me, this is always an expose about where we are with financial literacy. It's an expose because, especially when it comes so close to home, and you now see people, the people who work in our office are enlightened people. So at the end of the day, they appeal to this sense of miracle, if I may call it. This morning I was speaking to a director of news. I said, to me, it's the same as being lured into doing a ritual. Because how is it possible that you will do nothing and your money will just suddenly multiply by such a gross amount, you know? But this appeals to something in people because everybody has aspiration, everybody is ambitious. Yeah. But that's why financial literacy is extremely important, because if we get to a stage where there's a level of financial literacy where people are able to ask the right questions where it concerns their money. Because in this, what sucks people in essence, what sucks people into a Ponzi scheme are the testimonies. The person who brings you in would have told you that I put my money in, I doubled it, it works, it's real. And that's the psychology of Ponzi schemes. So unfortunately, there isn't a financial literacy for people to know, because we already have a, what do you call it? There's a Yoruba word for it. When we give our money, I give money this month.
That's ajo.
Ajo, you know.
Ajo.
So you know, there's already that culture that, okay, if I give somebody my money, I'll now get it back multiplied. But that financial literacy hasn't been created where we can decipher and say, because even with that ajo, they always warn about, there's a fake one as well that's going around on WhatsApp groups. But the financial literacy, so the SEC now has a big responsibility to go into the grassroots and start doing just basic financial literacy. Okay, if you hear of a CBEX, so this is where you go. Go to your nearest CBN or whoever you go to. Ask them, oh, please, have you heard of these people? You know, just very basic stuff. Those are the conversations I think we need to be having.
Yeah, I mean,
very sad. I'm sorry to all those. You know, I was saying it's school holidays
sad.
now.
Really
Children are going back to school soon, so school fees. And please, though, if your parents give you your school fees, it's not investment money.
No,
if your parents give you school fees, please just go and pay your school fees. That's not the money you'll use to gamble.
Well, all right. Well, it's good that, you know, the police has shut down that CBEX office in Ibadan. I hope that they don't find a way to reinvent themselves and start another Ponzi scheme again.
They will do that, Ojo.
Something's got to give, and that's why I highlighted this.
You will see.
Something's got to give. Well, in another development, Nigerians have reacted to a video showing Chinese nationals giving cash to officers of the Nigerian police force. The video, which has since sparked a wave of criticism, shows a male Chinese national distributing 5,000 naira cash to the police officers, and then a female Chinese national followed suit. Let's take a look at the video before we take some reaction.
张总跟他们发小费了。你，
走开。
这都是赖拉，都是1000的赖拉给的。
蒋夫人
200赖拉相当于那个1块钱。发钱了。
OK， 还有。
一个人是5000赖拉。
杨来口。看他帅一点吧，多给一张。
帅的都给钱啊！哎。
Well, I really don't know what this video was for, especially for the Chinese national. Well, what were they trying to prove? And, you know, I hope that this is not a skit, again, like I always say. But, you know, Nigerians have reacted to this video. This is from Adeogun, who wrote, "This is the level the police have denigrated to. Things have gone from bad to worse. The Chinese man is mocking them while giving them the stipends. He also invited his children to join him in the mockery. He knows this can never happen in his own country." Another ex-user wrote, "The Nigerian Inspector General of Police should resign or be fired. This video of Chinese nationals giving money to policemen is a disgrace to all Nigerians, both at home and abroad. How would the world respect us with this kind of video of police officers lined up collecting money from Chinese nationals? Where is the dignity? When average Africans see someone who doesn't look like them, they automatically feel inferior." Another ex-user wrote, "This is not embarrassing. As the Chinese man is appreciating his workers, these are police officers that have provided them with security. So what's wrong if he appreciates them, Rufai? Why are you laughing? What's wrong if he appreciates them?"
Because if you understand sarcasm, you know that tweet is very sarcastic.
No, he went on to say this is not new, this is not a big deal.
He knows what he's doing. That's sarcasm.
All right.
We'd like the police to respond to that video. I don't know if there's been any response by Mr. Muyiwa Adejobi, but we'd like them to respond to it. But secondly, I mean, it shows how things are in this country. And it speaks volumes about how our police is perceived. The fact that that was even recorded and put out there is even more shocking. But we'd like to see the reactions. But it's not just a police officer. That's our elite police unit. paramilitary police. That's like your SWAT in America. The mobile police force started in '61. Supposed to be a high-end elite police unit. These guys are supposed to be trained in such a way that they should be battle ready. They can go for war, actually. They get trained in an elite place, Goza Hills. So this is not your normal police. This is your battle-ready police for special purpose mission. Sort of like your gendarmerie in France. And they are being denigrated this way, handed out stipends of less than $5 or $10. And it's been videoed, and it's a foreign national. How many other police forces in the world have you seen? They are officers, they are elite officers. So they're not just police officers, they're not just the black and black police. These are the elite units, the mobile police. Just imagine a video of you seeing SWAT officers being given money in their hands. I would also like the police to investigate it. Thank God we have the faces of these officers. Probably we even have the badge. If we can amplify and zoom in, we can have the badge and the names on the badge. Let us investigate. This is a sore point for our country.
All right, it is. I mean, a quick comment, then I go to this last story. Do you have a comment?
Yeah, you know, very quickly, I think it's just disgraceful that these people, the Chinese, even have the audacity to film such a thing. Let's set aside the fact that, okay, maybe, you know, they're appreciating people who have helped them and so forth. The legality around that is also question mark, because you're not supposed, how do we know this is not a bribe? But let's talk about being bold enough to come and make this video, right? It speaks volumes to the level of impunity, because China is an extremely disciplined society. China is a rule-based society where you dare not set your foot in the wrong place. But there's a degree of freedom they feel when they come here, which is no problem at all. Nigeria is a very hospitable nation. But I just say to foreigners, to visitors, that Nigeria is a beautifully hospitable nation, but don't take advantage of their kindness, their warmness, and embarrass the nation like this. It's not fair.
All right, well said. We'll follow up on the story as always. Let's take